really good showing by Tampa Bay. They outplayed us, and they beat us up front, and did a fine job of getting themselves a win today. We had a chance to get back a number of times, had our ways to get back in it, but they just didn't open up the door for us. We couldn't make it happen. And so we did not play like we play. It didn't feel like it. And that starts right with me. If everybody kind of plays a little bit off, then that's me. And so I got to do my part, they got to do their part, and we got to get our game back and get rolling again. Such an oddity to be that far off in the throwing game and have trouble totally shut down on third down. It just was it spells for a bad game. Field position was really huge. They did a great job of managing their field position and keeping us backed up, particularly when we had to get going in the second half. We were ready to mount a comeback and get back in the thing, but they put us inside the 10-yard line, I think 3 times, and just made it really difficult. And we were able to hold on to the field position and did a nice job of that. So really just disappointed that we came all this way and played like that. We didn't play anywhere near like we thought we would.
What were the problems up front?
I don't know, they rushed the heck out of us. It wasn't any one situation at all. They did a really nice job, and we didn't protect like we need to, and they had a big day. I think they had 6 sacks, and that's just crazy. We haven't been doing that at all. We've been really on the other end of that, and so that's a real oddity for us, and so we got to get back to work and fix it.
Protection, the biggest issue in the passing game.
Well, that was surely factored in, yeah. It's pretty hard. Russ, they got 6 sacks, but they moved him a lot. Russ was running all over the place back there. We need to be quicker with the ball and get it out and not let that be a factor, and we didn't get on track with that really at any time in the game, so we were just out of sync. It wasn't like we want to be.
How did Joey play? Was Justin close to being able to play, or?
Justin didn't make it back where he could have played, in an emergency situation. He did pretty well in his pregame, but he didn't practice the snap ball week long, and we didn't want to play him. We want to see if we can get him right and get him back out there. I can't tell you how Joey did, but we didn't do very well up front. But that wasn't Joey's issue at all.
Most days would you take that defensive effort to win a game?
Well, as it turned out, we didn't play very well. Getting out of the chutes, 2 huge drives. They were executed. They did everything, and they looked great. And then from that point on, 14 points is going to win you games. Sure, we understand that. And the defense played great throughout the rest of the game to keep us close. A couple turnovers were huge because we gave them the ball 3 times today. And I think we gave them the ball 3 times, approaching or in the red zone, which that's the story of the game. It always is. And when we give up 3, we're going to be in trouble. It's going to be hard.
What went into the decision to go with Sal over Gilliam?
We want to see him. Yeah, we want to see him play, see how he did, and just try to make a comparison. And like I've been telling you, we try to make that a competitive situation and see what's best for us going down the road.
Wilson, is he okay?
He got a first-degree sprain, they said, knee sprain, and I'll leave it at that. I won't get too specific, but they don't think it's bad, but they're going to have to check it out and do the MRI. It's not the same thing. It's the same knee, but it's a different issue.
Have the feel of the game you were going to pull out a little bit.
Yes, it did. It felt like we would. We just know how to do that. We've done it so many times. It just didn't. The right things didn't happen at the right time. We weren't able to pull it off. The big 4th down conversion. You felt like, okay, here it is. This is what's going to be the magic. We were looking at the situation about kicking a field goal down there, and then knowing that we were going to have to score twice. We were tuned into that. We didn't quite get there to get that done, but that was one of the options.
How did you think the secondary with Admiral back there played?
Well, I think we held up fine. I think we did a nice job on the deep ball. They get us one time, but I thought Steve did fine back there. I thought we gave him a little bit too much room, gave him some spacing in there. He had a really hot night. I thought the quarterback was terrific. I'm really impressed with this guy. I was all through the week in preparing, and he kind of came out and showed us exactly what he showed the high end of his game. And he's a really good player. They got a really good combination, a couple combinations with Braid and with Evans, and those guys did really well.
You sense a lot of momentum is working.
I don't know. I've never used that phrase, so I'm not going to use it on this one. We got to get back right. We'll go right back to work. We got to go back to work. We got a big finish coming up in this season. The main thing is just to admit that this was not the way we want to play, and then let's turn around. We'll turn our focus on the way home. We'll be talking about getting ready next week.
Sort of just not have a lot of room to run, or how did you?
I don't know what his numbers wound up, but I thought he looked okay. He missed a couple opportunities when he had big space. He kind of lost his footing a little bit. But I thought he ran hard all night. He came out feeling all right. I think the only guy that got nicked was Luke, and so everybody came out pretty healthy.
Good to get Russell more involved in the running game.
Yeah, it was great. That's just what we're counting on. They give it to us, we want to take it, and You know, a lot of those carries earlier in the year were handing the ball off, you know, because he couldn't do much with it. But he put together a real nice showing, and that helps us in our run game moving forward.
You had the key short yardage with Tupuapu. Could you tell what happened on that play?
Yeah, we got stopped. You know, not to be wise again, we got stopped. You know, they hit the line of scrimmage better than we did.
Earl and Shed, do they have a chance next week? Or
Yes, both have a chance. Yeah.
Bennett as well? Or?
Mike Bennett has a chance. We're kind of counting on Mike jumping out and practicing next week. Mike Morgan comes back next week too.
Jimmy's fumble, did you think, I guess, what did you think there?
Well, the thing that I thought is when the guy has one knee on the ground, Jimmy reaches in to try to get a hand on him. All you had to do is touch him because he was down. It was obviously on one knee. But I would guess that they couldn't get a definitive look at that touch. It looked like he did, you know, and you would think he did. They did a really nice job to get Jimmy out of there, and it was a big play by them.
As the game went on, was there a common thread of the protection issues, communication out of it?
No, it wasn't communication. We weren't executing well. You know, we did a lot of stuff in protection to help us, and some of it was okay, some of it wasn't. We just weren't on it like we have been, and so we'll go back to work and check it out. I don't have enough to tell you right now specifically.
The defense after the 2 touchdowns, was there any big shift, or did they just kind of focus?
I just think we got going, and our guys played like they know how to play, and they played really good football and kept them out of there. I think they converted their first 4 third downs, and then they didn't get one after that. You know, so things turned, and guys played really aggressively and got after it and gave us a chance. That's the group that we know, but we still didn't start well. We started poorly. You know, we didn't start the way we want to.
What did you see on Russell's first interception there before the half?
It's a combination of things right there. We need to continue on coming in on the route, and he, you know, he gunned it in there, kind of counting on it, and it didn't work out right. That's all. We didn't do it as cleanly as we needed to. For the position of the receiver, the choice didn't work out, but we can do that better.
Anything else?
Thank you.